Good morning and welcome back. I'm just outside of Spokane at the Riverside State Park. Pulled over here to get organized, have some breakfast, and then a little bit later on we'll go into Spokane and explore that area, and then maybe a little bit later tonight we'll head towards Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I did spend a little bit of time at the state park, explored it a little bit, enjoyed the Spokane River, and did a little hiking. So I made it into Spokane. I'm on the Centennial Trail. We have the Spokane River off to my right and downtown Spokane directly in front of me. The Centennial Trail does pass by downtown Spokane, so we're going to walk along and enjoy the scenery. So this is the Spokane Falls. It's pretty much right in downtown Spokane, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so this is Huntington Park. They have a couple statues and some art exhibits here at the park. There is a hydroelectric power plant here at Spokane Falls, and they do have a couple exhibits around this park. This is the Sky Ride, and I don't know if it's a repurposed ski lift or if they built this just for Spokane. It's probably some pretty good views of the falls, but it's not going to be for this trip. So we're in downtown Spokane now. I stopped at the River Park Square to have lunch. Here in a moment we'll walk around downtown for a little bit. This is the county courthouse. The architecture really caught my eye, so I stopped and looked at it for a bit. I'm heading into the riverfront park here. Alright, what we have here is the U.S. Federal Pavilion for Expo 74. Beyond that, I'm not entirely sure what this is. I'm just sure that it's used for different events throughout the year. This is the Great Northern Clock Tower. We've moved out of Spokane. I drove down I-90 just a little bit to a county park. We're actually really close to the county line. The structures in the background, like the cell towers, I'm pretty sure in Idaho. The Centennial Trail does run through this park. I might walk down there. It goes all the way to the state line. So first I want to get some food. Of course, tonight we'll cross into Idaho. Good morning. I'm in Post Falls, Idaho, just west of Coeur d'Alene. I'm waiting for a major Cabela's to open. There's a couple things I want to look at, and then we'll head into Coeur d'Alene. Okay, I made it to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, which sits on the Harrison Slough. Now, I will have to say that my timing in both Coeur d'Alene and Spokane have been off by about a week. Not because it's busy or anything, although Coeur d'Alene seems to be a resort/tourist town, but because here in Coeur d'Alene in about a week, there's the Ironman, which is an endurance challenge, and then also in about a week in Spokane there's the Brewfest. I'm at McEwen Park, and I'm gonna kind of walk along the lake. I think there's some hiking trails here. Okay, we're headed into more of the downtown area of Coeur d'Alene. It's kind of surprising. Coeur d'Alene's not that big of a city, but because it is a resort town, that's why they probably have some of these taller buildings. Okay, we've moved on from downtown Coeur d'Alene and we're at Independence Point Park. It's also another nice little park here. They do have some beaches. It's more of a rocky beach on the lake. Now, I didn't realize this when I crossed the border into Idaho, that the Centennial Trail continues on all the way here to Coeur d'Alene, and probably further than that, but I didn't really look at the map of it. We're further down on the Centennial Trail on the Spokane River. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for the evening. I am staying the night in Coeur d'Alene. Good morning. There's a couple things that I want to see here before I leave Coeur d'Alene, like this floating boardwalk. Now, it's not your typical boardwalk that you'd see in a touristy ocean town such as Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, or Ocean City, Maryland. It's pretty cool. They do have this kind of bridge on the boardwalk so that boats can enter into this marina. Okay, this is from the bridge on the floating boardwalk, and we're looking back towards Independence Point Park. This is pretty much going to wrap up my time in Coeur d'Alene, so we'll start moving on. Okay, start heading towards Sandpoint, Idaho. I got to make a couple stops along the way. I will say that it's been quite difficult to talk on camera because of the amount of wind, but there it is. On to the next adventure. Okay, I came to the Blackwell recreation site. It's just a little west of town. Figured I'd stop here, check it out for a few minutes, and then we'll keep moving. Good morning. I'm in Sandpoint, Idaho. I'm at the beachfront park right now. Sandpoint sits on Lake Pend O'Reilly. There is kind of a fake beach, if you will. It's more like pebbles. I got here last night. Did check out the city a little bit, and I saw some interesting things. I'll check those out. We'll film them today, and then keep exploring the city. So here we go. Get a tour of the city. Here's a shot of some of the beach and the lake. Okay, so this is a rather interesting thing that I found yesterday while I was at the park. It's the Statue of Liberty here on the lake. We're gonna do a little hiking on the Selkirk Trail. Now this trail goes all the way into Canada. Now that's a lot further than I'm gonna hike today. I've walked down to the end of Dog Beach Park. Most of it's closed down because they're doing some construction on this rail bridge. So I'm gonna head back into town. Okay, I've walked up to the mouth of the Sand Creek where it enters into the lake. I'm gonna continue walking along the creek into downtown Sandpoint. Okay, I moved into downtown Sandpoint, and it's kind of your typical small town with one main street running through it. So on one end of downtown, they actually have this like almost farmer's market. There used to be a bridge, and it runs over the Salt Creek. And with that, we're going to wrap up this video in Sandpoint, Idaho. I want to thank you for watching.